kind of the same as we've been looking at since St. Johnsbury. I think we're making progress. I'm very excited about the production that we're getting out of, or I should say the consistent production that we're getting out of the guys like Nathaniel Lindsay and Garrett Klausner, Chris Lopez, Wyatt, Kane and Caleb. So Travis and Wyatt are going to wrestle off. They had not wrestled off last week. Wyatt was a little dinged up, so we wanted to make sure that everyone was healthy and ready to go. And I was able last weekend to get them both into St. Johnsbury's, so that was, fine. Going into the West match, we didn't really have to have one because they didn't have a guy at that weight. And then this weekend, just because of the timing of everything and with the no school and no practice last week, we weren't really able to schedule it and give those guys notice that it was coming. So this one has kind of been put on the back burner a little bit. It's one that's been on the table for a while now, but we're finally able to, you know, put it together in practice. And then the other one, Sam Lindsay and Brian Delaney, again, same kind of situation where we were a little unsure where guys were going to fall weight-wise, so it just kind of got put on the back burner. All right, Lindsay and Delaney.
Cheer both of them on, like, try helping both of them. It's not really like you want someone specific to win, but like, it's built for our teammates, so just whoever wins, wins.
Yeah, it is weird. It's, you know, you're kind of rooting for both of them, but in the end, only one's going to really come out on top and win varsity, so it's, you know, it's fun to watch. It's fun to cheer on both teams and just watch them progress through the season.
The talk and the philosophy is that it's never a done deal. I mean, this wrestle-off doesn't mean that this is the end of the road, and it's not as black and white as everyone likes to think it is. Our goal is to make sure that everyone gets plenty of matches, because once February rolls around, you don't know who you're going to have that's going to be healthy and who you're going to have that maybe can't wrestle in that division meet. So we've got to make sure that all of our guys are getting enough matches to be finely tuned enough that when February rolls around, we can put anyone in there and they're going to be able to compete. So it's not a done deal for these guys by any stretch of the imagination. We'll do everything we can to try and get non-scorers into tournaments, and get guys time on the mat and get them matches throughout the season so that they are ready for February.
Once freshman year, and it was scary because it was against our senior captain, and so I didn't get pinned. I went the entire match with him, but I lost by a couple points at the end. But
yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same as any match, you know, tournaments and everything. It's all the same intensity level, no matter if you, like, I try to make myself not care about it because I know it's just a wrestle-off, but you can't. There's nerves no matter what level of match it is, finals or a wrestle-off, you're going to be nervous.
It makes you work a little harder in practice, that's for sure, just because you know that there's going to be someone nipping at your heels the entire time. So It's definitely a motivating factor for these guys because everyone wants to be able to, you know, put the singlet on a Wednesday or a Saturday, and hopefully get to, you know, throw the white singlet on a Saturday night when the finals roll around.
You know, earlier in the year, I know a few guys are going out for the 170 spot, so every year I have to wrestle off a couple of kids, and I knew Travis was going to be around my weight, so I figured I would have to wrestle him eventually.
It really increases competition. It's, you know, it's whoever wins usually worked harder in the off season. They prepared, they went to camps, and the competition just really rises because it's really nerve-wracking. You know, if you lose this, you know, you might not go to all the tournaments and you might not secure a varsity spot. So it's really nerve-wracking.
Cut like 15 pounds. Last year I lost 18, and this year I only lost 5, and that's without, you know, doing the whole sweatsuit workout and killing myself every day in practice. Just not having to wear the 3 layers of shirts plus a sweatshirt and 2 sweatpants in the practice room. I feel like I'm just getting more done, and I have more energy too. You know, because when you lose all that weight, you're just like tired all the time, but just being at my normal weight, a lot more energy. I feel faster, stronger.
The big thing is that these wrestle-offs aren't a final done deal for those guys. The wrestle-offs are, you know, where are we at right now in the season. So for a kid like Travis, you never know what's going to happen throughout the course of a season. You may lose a kid, someone may get hurt and not be able to finish out the season. So there's always going to be an opportunity for anybody to get into the lineup, which is why we structure things the way we do, to make sure that those guys are prepared if their name is called, to get out there and make something happen.
Like it's home, so like it's feel more comfortable being here. Like it's your surroundings, so you know secret places to get warmed up and get away from people, and just like being the first ones here in the morning. It's watching all of our opponents come in really gets us into the mindset of what we need to do.
It makes a really big difference because we're the home team. We have to make a statement. Like you come into our house, you're gonna have to wrestle through a lot of us and make it more challenging for them.
Yeah, it'll be nice not to wake up at 5 a.m. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's relief. It's still going to be just as stressful. This is probably, well, it is one of the harder tournaments we're going to have all year, and it's the hardest we have had this year. So it's not a relief, but it's extra sleep, which helps.